Right now, your body is warm, and you barely even think about it. There's a little dial on your wall. The moment it gets cold, a machine fixes it for you. Warm home, warm car, warm office. The coldest moment of your day is the dash in between. To you, winter is just annoying. Ice on the windshield, a heavier jacket, grumbling that it gets dark too early. But for almost all of human history, winter wasn't annoying. Winter was designed to kill you, and it never came from a single direction. It struck from 4 sides at the same time. The cold could take you, the hunger could take you, the predators could take you, and the endless dark nights could crush you before the rest. So ask yourself something. No heater, no shops, no walls that truly blocked the wind. How did anyone make it through winter? But they did. Your ancestors walked into the cruelest places on the planet, and they walked back out alive. Stay till the end. The last part will completely change how you think about ancient humans. Let's begin with the clear enemy, the cold. And here's something that shocks most people. The human body is a tropical machine. We were built for the warm heart of Africa. Out in the freezing air, a human loses heat fast. Hypothermia can hit in just hours. The fingers stiffen, the mind slows down, and past one point, the whole body simply stops. No claws, no fur, no natural insulation at all. For a harsh winter, we are almost the worst designed large animal alive. And yet, humans did more than survive the cold. They charged right into it. North into Ice Age Europe, deep into Siberia, into lands far colder than a bare body could ever bear. So how did they pull it off? The first answer is fire, and we'll return to what fire meant in the dark later. But fire has one big flaw. It only warms the side facing it. Step away to hunt or gather wood, and the cold rushes back. Fire alone was never enough. People needed warmth that traveled with them, and that leads to the greatest winter invention of all, clothing. But not the kind you're imagining. For a long time, the idea seemed simple. It's cold, so throw a skin over your shoulders. And for a while, that's exactly what people did. But a loose hide leaves gaps everywhere. Wind slips in at the sides. Your arms stay exposed. It slides off the second you move. A draped pelt beats nothing. But in real winter, barely beating nothing still gets you killed. The true breakthrough was cutting hides into pieces, then stitching them to fit the human body. Fitted sleeves, sealed seams, a garment that trapped warm air against your skin and held it there no matter how you moved. That's the gap between a blanket and a coat. But there was a catch. To do this, you needed a needle. Not just any needle, one with an eye, a tiny hole for the thread. And that is a very hard thing to make. You grind a sliver of bone to a fine point, then bore a hole, delicate enough yet strong enough not to snap. Bone needles like this go back over 40,000 years. Some finds reach back even further. These were not accidents. They were precise, deliberate tools. The thread came from the animal too. Sinew, the tough fiber linking muscle to bone, pulled free, dried, and used to bind the hides. Fur turned inward against the skin, and suddenly a human could stand in killing cold, alive inside a private bubble of warmth. Sewn clothing wasn't a luxury. It was the tech that let us leave the warm continent behind. Take away the needle and thread, and no one survives a Siberian Ice Age winter. So now you're warm enough to move and hunt, but the light is fading. The temperature keeps dropping, and a new problem appears that no coat can fix. You need somewhere to survive the night. The obvious answer is a cave, and caves truly mattered. A deep cave holds steady warmth and blocks the wind. But here's what no one tells you about caves. They are rare. A dry, safe, well-placed cave was hard to find, and if you found one, others wanted it too. Most of the time, you had to build shelter yourself, and this is where it gets extraordinary. At a site in modern-day Ukraine, archaeologists found ancient homes, built around 15,000 years ago, but the land had almost no wood and almost no stone, so people used the one thing they had in huge supply: the bones of mammoths. They stacked and locked together the remains of dozens of mammoths into round, dome-shaped huts, hundreds of bones in a single home, jawbones layered like roof tiles, giant tusks curved over the doorways. These were serious engineered structures, built to hold firm through a deadly winter. Inside, every effort went to trapping heat. Floors were lined. In South Africa, researchers found bedding of layered grass and leaves, dating back a staggering 77,000 100,000 years. People made their shelters comfortable long before we even left Africa, and the effort didn't stop at the floor. Bone doesn't fit together neatly. Every gap is an open door for the wind, so people sealed them, layer after layer. They stretched hides across the inner walls, they stacked blocks of turf against the outside. Some even packed snow against the shelter. Because thick snow is a brilliant insulator. It traps pockets of air, and trapped air holds heat. Slowly, the wind ran out of ways in. A shelter became a whole system, and it kept people alive on nights that should have killed them. But a sealed shelter creates a new problem. Keeping a fire alive all winter takes fuel, a huge amount of it, and someone must keep stepping back into the cold to get it. You're tied to that shelter, which means your food must be close by or already stored. And that leads to the third threat, the deadliest of all, hunger. And the answer to that is where the real story begins.